I love that theme tune.
Makes me smile every time. Oh,
Anyway, mate, as good morning. Going on GF taking his mortgage post.
say again.
Has Good Morning Britain been in touch to take over?
Unfortunately, not. No. So you'll
Oh.
have me for the foreseeable.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh well, not to worry.
We'll have to.
Britain's loss is our gain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Britain's loss is our gain. So anyway, good morning to you, Don. How are you? It's Monday. Start of a new week.
Yeah. I am. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. From the last couple of weeks, the aim is to get back into the swing slowly. Nothing crazy, but slowly.
Yes. Sounds like a good idea. Well, that's handy that today's discussion's about planning for your week ahead.
Yeah.
I was randomly thinking, oh, what can we talk about this morning? I was thinking, it's Monday. So let's talk about planning for the week ahead. And how we can make sure that your week just gets off to a start and you're not going to knock yourself back and keep yourself on track with the simple things rather than, because everyone keeps going, oh, I've got to start again. Life's difficult. Or I've got to start again. And it's like, well, life does throw lots of stuff at you and it is quite challenging. But actually, if you keep focusing on the small basic things, then actually when the big things come along and smash you, you're not being knocked off course and you can cope with things. So I thought, what a good topic for conversation. Came to me 5 minutes ago.
Definitely. No, I think it's a great conversation. And I think basics is a good place to start. Doing the basics and having priorities.
Go on.
I was just going to say, because that's exactly where I'll start. I'm not gonna try anything crazy. I'm not adding in any new workout routines this week. I'm not, just put one foot back in front of the other, one foot in front of the other again, and making small steps and incrementally increasing the workload that I'm doing.
Yeah, no, and that's what you have to do. There's no doing anything, because that's where people set themselves up to fail. They go, I've got all these things to do, and they run at it 100 miles an hour, and they always seem to start at the furthest step or the most thing, and then they forget about the basic, easy things, and actually nothing ever gets done. And then they sit there and go, oh, I haven't done this, or my life's difficult. I'm not getting the results I want to get. And it's like, well, yeah, but did you do step 1 and 2 first before you did you do the 3 things you said you're going to do? No, I did these other 4 things. Well, did they serve you? No. Well, that's why you haven't moved forward, because you're doing things that aren't serving you.
Yeah, absolutely. Do what you enjoy. Do what makes you money, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't always mean what actually makes you money, but do the stuff that you like. Do it is business related. Do what makes you money. If
you think about it, though, that applies, because if you think about your mental state, for example, if you do the right things to put in the right mental state, then actually you're going to, if you're self-employed, you're going to work better and make more money. If you're employed, you're going to enjoy your job more.
Yeah, and the principle applies even with going the gym, or it's all good and well going in and prancing around and spending an hour in the gym doing bits of everything, but if you want to get stronger, if you want to get stronger in your legs, then you need to work, you need to do the exercises that make you money, that make your legs stronger. Don't go in there fannying around with bicep curls and pull-ups when you get stronger legs. You don't need to go to the gym 5 days a week if you want stronger legs. You're working out on everything else. Focus on what makes money.
Yeah, and that's so very true. And I think people, lots of people have real tough challenges, right? And lots of things get thrown at you. And I think and you can get to a stage that you can be doing stuff for months, thinking, what next? But if you just do the daily basics right and have faith in whatever you're doing and following, then actually, you're not going to get knocked down. Life throws things at you, and I think if you stick to your basic principles, then it's not going to knock you off course, because eventually, things do pan out. You do have a breakthrough, and you do get where you need to get to.
Yeah. What we must understand in having this is we can't, as we're saying to one of our clients, 6 doesn't go into 4. 6 hours work doesn't go into 4 hours. It's not. You can't, as the coaching session from a coaching session the other day, you can't be expecting to do 3 training sessions or 4 training sessions a week when you haven't even done one yet. You can't expect to have a career in a new job when you haven't even done a day's work for that. You haven't even started out of them. You're hoping to get 30 years work out of your next employer, even done 30 days. You've levels, understand where you're at, just one day at a time. But certainly one thing that needs to remain, and we say it all the time, is what you do, the basics.
But and simple basics as well. Like we could say, you got to have your movement, you got to have your hydration, you got to have your rest. You got to journal, you got to have gratitude. We keep banging on about this almost every time we have a conversation, but it's by building these basics and building these blocks. That is what happens, because otherwise people get overwhelmed, and I keep seeing it all the time. Overwhelmed, and people are going, it's just all too much. Well, it is when you start thinking of everything. If you break it down into those small bite-sized chunks, and actually, it's like getting to the end of today. What have I got to do to get to the end of today? And then what have I got to do to get to the end of tomorrow? What have I got to do? Because when you do that, all of a sudden overwhelm disappears, doesn't it? And it's like, okay, I'm 4 days in now. I'm actually near my weekly objectives because I've focused on what I've got to do each day.
And that's exactly the thing, that if you use what you've just described there as your focus basics, it's the same principle again when you go to the gym with your health and your fitness. If you're trying to lose weight, if you want to lose weight, then when it comes to eating, track your food, record your food, repeatedly. You don't have to go wild. Just watch what you're eating and monitor it so you can measure it. If you go in the gym, it's record, go in, do one session, go and do another daily. It doesn't need to be hours and hours at a time.
No.
Go for a walk. Doesn't need even to be going to the gym, but just turning up, going for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
If you did 5,000 steps today, do 5,001 tomorrow, 5,002 the next day. You'd be surprised what would happen over a month. If it's in work, do the tasks that this literally applies. Do the tasks that make you money. I know what I need to get done today. That principle. And so if you compartmentalize your day, or if you will, into different areas of your life, then you do the tasks that make you money in those different areas, that do the basics in those different areas, and repeatedly do them, you'll make progress.
Yes, and that's it. And it's always about progress over perfection, isn't it? Everyone wants these perfect results, but actually, it's about getting this progress. As long as you're moving forward each day, and dealing with the setbacks and dealing with knockbacks, and just realizing that actually, as long as you're moving forward, that's the most important thing.
And that's how you move forward, by taking action.
Yeah.
By actually getting off the backside and doing something, so that you get some answers, so that you get some results. They might not be the results you want, but you'll get a result. And by getting a result, you can then go, okay, I did that. It gave me this result. I didn't want that result. So I'm going to try something else next time. I'm going to tweak it slightly.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think that's just where you got to go forward. That's all you can do is do that, plan that, and make it happen. And I think, if you're listening to this or watching this, you just need to take that step back. And no matter how many times you're knocked back, I was saying to somebody before, I said, they went, "Oh, like, it's really difficult." I was like going, "Yeah, I know it is. I had 7 years of knockbacks.
Yeah.
7 years of constant, when is it going to change? Is it going to change? Oh yeah, I've got it to change. It's working. It's working. No, it's not. Oh, it's going to work. It's work. No, it's not. And it's 7 years of that. So it's all about resilience as well. And it's about, it's easy to get sucked into negativity. It's easy to get sucked into, I want to say the word depression, but it's easy to get sucked into a negative state.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to change. It's Monday, I'm starting again. Oh, it's Monday, I'm starting again. Well, guess what? You keep picking yourself up, you start again. And if you get knocked down, you start again. And then people go, "Well, I can't keep doing this. It's too much." Well, it isn't. You just pick yourself up and you start again. Because what's the alternative?
Quit.
Yeah, but what are you going to quit on? Quit on life? Quit on what you're doing? It's just, you just got to pick yourself up, because eventually you will work out, or you'll stop making those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you'll start making the breakthroughs you need to make, and then actually 1 week will become 2 weeks, it will become 3 weeks, it will become 4 weeks. And I say to people in recovery, when I was coaching people in recovery before, it's like, you're going to have knockbacks, but the thing is, it's how far your knockbacks go. And if your knockbacks don't go back far enough, then it starts to progress. It's how far, when you've slipped, how quickly you catch yourself and move forward. And it's a constant thing in our battle is dealing with that.
Yeah. I couldn't disagree.
So I think, again, somebody who starts on Monday morning, we hear people go, "Oh yeah, I fell off the wagon, or I binged, or I did this." Yep, you did, right? You pick yourself up and go again. And if it keeps happening, you have to keep looking at, well, what is causing that? You obviously haven't broken that cycle. You obviously haven't worked hard, found the solutions. You obviously haven't got the correct plan in place. But if you need to have that plan, then you just actually have to execute it. And if you are still slipping, then you need to reassess things and take action.
100%. If you're still slipping, I question if you take advice that people give you. You can't. If you listen to, you know what? Even if I listen to half the advice that half of my friends gave me back in the day,
yeah,
it wouldn't have took me this long.
Yeah.
I genuine, but I ignored advice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I've got different thinking behind why I did it, but I definitely would not take the advice on board. If I'd have taken the advice that half of the people gave me, my plan would have been very different.
Yeah. Man, hindsight's an amazing thing, though, isn't it, mate?
But if I'd have taken that advice, I wouldn't be here right now having this telephone. Well, I may not be here right now having our morning boost show. So,
yeah, and that's the way I look at it. Again, things happen for a reason. They do. Things happen for a reason, and we're on a path for a reason. It's just, and again, if you're watching and listening to this, and you're struggling, and you're going, "It's Monday again, and I can't face Monday again," you can. You pick yourself up. And you go, if you've had a weekend and you binged, guess what, right? You pick yourself up, you have a plan, and you go again. And if you're struggling, you then actually just reach out and you get the support, from your friends, from your peers, from accountability group, from us. But that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And,
can you do
and
this?
the plan works, and you may get knocked back, but guess what? The plan does work. There is living proof around you that it can happen. It's just, you've got to have it in yourself to make it work.
Yeah.
Bit deep, I'm afraid, but I'm just feeling that that I think people quite often go on a Monday going, "It's shit.
Yeah.
What do I do?" Well, do your basics. You listen to if you seek advice, I always say, if people seek advice, I give it. I won't freely give it. If you ask me a question, I'll give you the advice. Now, obviously, we're giving advice here to an open forum, but I'm not expecting anyone to listen or action to it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'd be really presumptuous. But if somebody like you says takes something away and goes, "Oh, I'd like to know about that. That's really quite interesting," then, but yeah. Oh, there you go. One of your friends has just put a post there. Yeah.
Hi, Brian. Yeah. Cy Brian, happy birthday for a couple of days ago. Yeah. He is a good friend.
Oh, speaking of birthdays, if Jack Hampton happens to be watching this, Jack, happy birthday, mate.
Jack.
and did you enjoy your feast on Saturday? He was telling me the food he was going to eat, and it's like he had one of these posh burger boxes delivered, the way you have to make it yourself, but they can send all the ingredients. So I'll have to find out how he went with that. So, but yes,
where's it from?
I'll find out.
I know. I want to know. Posh. I like anything that's posh. Does it come cooked?
No, you got to cook it yourself, mate.
Not interested unless it comes.
I want to eat a raw burger, mate.
Yeah.
So, wrapping up. Again, it's Monday. If you've had a tough weekend, right? If you've had a tough week, if you are at that point of going, I'm going to give up, don't give up. It's a Monday. It's a time to start again. And if you keep feeling that you are starting again every Monday, then you do. You pick yourself up.
Yeah. You need a
pushing forward. Yeah, aren't you? You're pushing forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people who sit there wallowing, going, I can't do this, I keep being knocked back, I can't do this, then you have, because you have people around you who will support you and make you get that journey. And if you haven't, find them, look us up, look other people up, but look us up, join us. We'll support you, we'll guide you.
People who are saying I can't do this, are not looking for the answers. People who are saying I'm doing this again, I'm starting again. I'm starting again from zero. They're actually questioning what they're doing. I think that's the difference for me. People who are saying I can't do this anymore, kind of attitude, that's just like they're not looking for the answer. They're just accepting what they've got and saying they don't want to do it anymore. People who are saying I'm starting again. Why am I always starting again? How come I'm starting again? That's just a poor question they're asking themselves, but essentially they're asking themselves a question. They're asking them, how can they do something different so that they're not starting again?
Mm-hmm.
If they ask the question, they'll realize they'll get a different answer, and they will start again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you keep saying you're starting again, listen, that's a great place to be. You just need to ask the questions, get a different answer on it.
Yeah.
Saturday.
But at least saying you want to start again, and if you're going, I've had enough, I don't want to, then that's the wrong question to be asking yourself.
Yeah.
Super duper. Well, tomorrow, and I know the answer this time, so I can ask you it. Who have we got on Lunchbox Live tomorrow, Dom?
We've got Mr. Paul Tinker. Mr. Paul Tinker, he's hilarious, and B, he's got a great story. So we're going to catch up with him, and I don't know if we'll talk business, but if anyone's interested, Paul's got he's a builder by trade, bricky by trade, but has got a great business in development of property. He's got a lot of different styles of properties in his portfolio. So if we talk business, it could be interesting, but we'll always relate it back. Any lessons we learn from the business, we'll always relate it back to sort of lifestyle and changing habits, mindset, and behavior change.
Yeah. And if you like the hammer, he's your man. But that'd be an insult to me. We get upset when I say that.
Yeah.
But that is brilliant. Been good chatting to you, Dom. Great. And if you are watching this on replay on Facebook or LinkedIn, hashtag replay in the comments would be great. Help the algorithm. And if you're listening to us on a podcast, please leave us a review, because that will help us as well. So have a great Monday, everybody. Have a great Monday, Dom. And see you all tomorrow at 12 for Lunchbox Live with Paul Tinker.
Well,